It's me, part two. They cut me off again for the live stream. I may not be doing live streams anymore. Um, this Babylonian YouTube charade, I've had just about enough with it, honestly. Um, and I think this is going to be it. No more live streams. I do apologize for that, but as you can see, it's not good anymore. But I was just cutting into what I believe is, well, the core of it. During the live stream, just before they cut me off, I was getting into this. Lions. This is the core of it, the Meltdown Loop. I want to cover this with you, so I'm going to be calling this part two. It's too important. So, I want you guys, I really wish, like I said, if you guys do sub to the Freedom Platform, where you can get, number one, a free 1 week full access. Link in the description of this video. If you decide to sign up for, again, the Freedom Platform, people, you could earn free subscriptions with a couple of clicks. Yes, you initially have to subscribe for $5 a month or for the $40 per year, but then you're in the club, so to speak, and you just share things, you refer things, share the work, refer the work, get people to come over, and you earn credits towards unlimited free subscriptions. So please take advantage of this, because again, these live streams aren't working anymore, guys and girls. I love them. They're so much fun, but every time I get into something, they cut me off. So anyway, look, in your inbox, again, link in the description of this video. Loop Lions, this is the core of it all. This is it. Let me read this to you. Number one, okay, artificial rate suppression by the Fed without cutting rates. Fact. The Fed no longer needs to lower the federal funds rate to suppress real rates. Why? Via stealth QE and repo facilities absorbs enough of debt issuance to manipulate the yield curve. This is why we're seeing almost no movement as of late with regard to the 10-year yield. It's the benchmark. It's the one everyone looks at now. And this is kind of where they cut me off. When investors, especially institutional investors, say, hold on a minute now, the Fed is in here and the Treasury as well, buying back their own debt. We'll talk about that in a moment. This is fostering this illusion of stability with regard to the 10-year yield. What are they willing to do? They're willing to pay more to own shares of stock. That on top of planetary debt expansion on the back of literally industrial currency devaluation is enough to push the stock market higher and higher regardless of anything else. And the faster they shove the economy through the crust of the earth, the greater the wealth transfer effect, right up to the 1% and 2%ers. So again, that's the mechanism. This is why you hear from sitting presidents and vice presidents that we need a weaker dollar, that we need to lower rates, which the Fed doesn't even need to do anymore. But that's the mechanism behind this. So let me finish reading this here. So what we're talking about here is a mechanism where the Fed doesn't have to lower rates. First of all, we're already involved in massive currency debasement via the big, beautiful bill, debts and deficits ballooning out of control. The dollar's dying. The world wants nothing to do with it. Neither do you. Do you want to hold these dollars that are losing value every day? Every day you stay in the dollar, you lose purchasing power every single day. And this mechanism here, and I'm just going to start reading, this masks, okay, systemic insolvency. This masks systemic insolvency and keeps the illusion of normalcy alive for Wall Street. But the cost, what did I just mention? Currency debasement on an industrial scale. Yes, I like to use the same words over and over again. Number two, U.S. Treasury buybacks. This is what's happening right now, is debt cannibalism. Let me read this to you guys, okay? The Treasury is buying back old, high-interest debt with newly issued short-term debt, often financed through the shadow coordination of the Fed. Yes, that's happening. This maturity rotation game, it's an incredible thing, kind of like Operation Twist, how the Fed was instituting quantitative easing. It's basically the same mechanism. Creates the illusion of fiscal management and normalcy while simultaneously ballooning the overall debt, which is, of course, the overall goal. They are replacing a cancer with a faster growing cancer. It's cannibalistic in the literal sense. It's a death spiral disguised as a stability tool. And again, if the mechanism here can keep the 10-year yield where it is, it doesn't matter. Institutions are going to get in here and buy more stock, probably more in like the companies I just recommended. I recommended 3 companies to you guys over the weekends if you were looking to get into the market. Again, you have that in your inbox if you sub to the Freedom Platform. I got you from every angle. Number 3, we are now seeing the fastest debt expansion in U.S. history. It makes what happened under Biden look like a walk through Central Park eating an ice cream cone. The United States is now adding over 1.1 trillion in new debt over every 100 days. No historical empire has survived this kind of terminal debt acceleration. Not Rome, not the Weimar Republic, not Venezuela. The debt is non-productive, meaning it is used to create new. It's not being used to create new industry, but to service old obligations and prop up markets artificially. It is a literal Ponzi scheme. There's no difference between what's happening and a Ponzi scheme. Number 4, currency purchasing power implosion. You already know this, but I'm just going to read this to you. As real yields are suppressed, inflation remains sticky. All worsens even faster. It's sticky. I wrote here a Babylonian term they shove right down our throats quite often. And no one, of course, pushes back, except you and me. The dollar is internally collapsing, pretty clear. When measured against anything real, like food, shelter, real assets, and of course, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and crude oil. You see crude oil today? The middle class is being obliterated, not just decimated, but obliterated, not by taxation or even import taxes and tariffs, but by engineered devaluation. Now, the Fed's current strategy, this is where I really want you guys to focus. Why cut rates when they can just manipulate the entire market ecosystem directly with liquidity injections, reverse repo roll-offs, and then now the U.S. Treasury coordinating buying back its own debt. Now this creates a dual illusion. This is the illusion right here. Number 1, that inflation is still being fought. They're fighting inflation. And number 2, that the system is stable. All the market cares about, all these institutional investors, BlackRock and all these, that's all they care about is the illusion of stability, and they can get in here. Now, my personal FOMC July 30th, this is Wednesday expectation, whether they cut or not, no cut is even needed anymore. I expect that the language narrative control games will dominate. Expect the same words we're going to hear. What are we going to hear? It's data dependent. Inflation is under control. Transinstitutional financing is balancing. Whatever they want to come up with here. It's all transitory. Remember that word? Whatever they could come with. But all the while, the stealth monetization continues. Now, Lions. This is the death dance of empire economics. Empire economics. It's monetary sorcery feeding debt addiction at the expense of national solvency. We are absolutely insolvent. Now, the United States right now has no economic policy except for this. A controlled demolition, an intentional reset mechanism that obliterates the middle class, destroys currency confidence, losing purchasing power, forces public dependency, can't read this, and paves the way, I can't read it backwards, for stablecoin token digital monetary control with AI enforced compliance. Does that sound about right to you? Or no, this doesn't work. No, Greg, you're wrong about that. Anyway, look, guys, I thought that was important, and I hope you do too. Look, man, you guys can go do what you want, but I really wish more of you would consider taking me up on my offer for a free week, at least, to the Freedom Platform. Again, Monday, there's no more morning videos here. Everything's going to be over on the Freedom Platform along with my markets to look ahead, which is already there. With regard to the live stream, people, what am I going to do? They won't allow me to do it. Obviously, look, this is being screened. The AI is turning it off. They're turning it off. All my videos are AI screened. Your comments are AI screened. Censorship, scammers, bots. This is freedom. Is that really what freedom is? Sometimes freedom requires a commitment. And I'm trying to make this free for you. Like I said, if you subscribe to the Freedom Platform, Let's say you do a $40 a year, or even $5 a month, whatever you want to do. It's $5 a month or $40 a year, which comes to about $3 and change a month. You could earn yourself free subscriptions for life. All you got to do is share the work. You got to refer people. Click, 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 click. Free. I'm trying to make this free as I can for you, but I need you guys to back me up. I hope you guys and girls do take advantage of all this stuff, because I got your back. I want to have your back even more. I want out of this Babylonian YouTube crap. Don't you? Or you really still want to stay here? Anyway, I want to hear from you guys on all this stuff. All right. This is part 2, as I said. Please watch part 1. We covered a lot of stuff with Trump's ultimatum to Russia. The poll we ran on Scott Bessent is incredible, how that turned out. And of course, this whole thing with AI. This whole thing with AI. It's an incredible thing where this is going. So that's all in part 1. And I hope you enjoyed part 2. All right. Love you guys with all I got. And I will see you, of course, in the morning.